use drugs for lots of different things, don't we? To cure, to heal, to keep at bay, to...
Yes.
So...
Yes.
I'm not quite sure how I feel about it, to be honest, but I think...
Well, there's...
Considering, OK, if it's cheaper and there is no place to house them, rather than have paedophiles walk in the street... And it's voluntary, and they can be...
I was about to ask, because for me, that voluntary and mandatory are the difficult issues for me. If I believe that reoffending rates go from 40% to 5%, I'm fairly convinced.
That's a nice statistic.
Forcing someone to take a drug, once they've done their time, that...
But if it's voluntary and someone says, yes, I want to put myself on a better road, on a road to recovery where I don't harm, and they are monitored, and you can see... What are the side effects? How does this work out?
Well, I know that side effects of one of the drugs is that men can grow breasts, which is one of the arguments makes it harder for a convicted sex offender to reintegrate to society. But that was just one drug.
That's not great, is it?
No, but to be fair, I'm 51 and I'm growing breasts. So, you know...
Join the club.
Right, there we go. Terry, thanks for not leaving me out there on my own. A little light relief on what is a very grim subject. What do you think about drugging paedophiles?
It's something, you know, you've got to think, what do you do with them anyway? Because it's a bad psychological... It's an incurable condition, isn't it, really?
And there's not enough space in prison, so... You
know, and you can't lock them all up. So, yeah, and I would imagine that a lot of paedophiles would want this, wouldn't they?
Well, not the ones that don't think they're doing anything wrong, I would imagine.
I go, yes, 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 and then I go, OK, what about justice for the people, the families of the victims? And I think that's where then I go, oh, I don't know how I feel about this. It's really hard to put...
What, you're seeing it as drugs instead of prison?
Yeah, I'm saying that, you know, the opinion piece that you showed, I think I understand that from the mother's point of view, in the sense that their emotional state of how they feel towards that person being let out and back into society just from saying, yeah, OK, I'll do that. Does that actually show that they want to be on a better road, or is it just an option that's being given to them? That's where I get a bit confused morally.
40% to 5%.
No, I agree with you.
It's a compelling statistic.
Absolutely, and it wouldn't be happening in other countries.
I'm not sure I think they should be taken off the sex register. I think if they're getting themselves into a better way and they're doing that, fine, but I think for the families, like you're saying, they still need to be...
We keep them on the sex offenders register, but what about, Laura, mandatory or voluntary? It's a big step to order someone who has done their time to take a drug against their will for life.
How do you make
So is this... And can I just ask,
you can literally go around and inject them. I think one of the injections last, about 3 or 4 weeks. So
and then that's it?
And then you'd be re-injected. So someone would visit you, administer the injection every 3 weeks.
Every 3 weeks. For me, it just comes down to what... I think this subject, in general terms, is just morally so wrong for me. I find it really hard to... But then it's also wrong
to imagine that there are thousands of people, whether they might be the lower end of the spectrum, viewing pictures to harming children, that thousands of people are just walking around with a 40% chance of reoffending. And those are the ones we've caught.
Yeah, I think it has to be a step-by-step process. I think
I'm going to push you. If it's mandatory, would you go with it? Voluntary seems to be... I don't think anyone's going to quibble about
mandatory to those who are in prison.
OK, so when they come out, they have to take the drugs?
Yeah.
OK.
So those who have been in prison for what they've done and been found guilty and have had enough evidence against them.
They'll be on the drugs for life.
Yes,
OK. Do feel free to comment and give us a thumbs up if you feel inclined. For more clips from the show and exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, click here. If you're new to the channel, click the subscribe button here to be automatically informed when new videos are available. Links to our other social media platforms can be found in the description. Thanks for watching.